Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome to another Jenny Live. Hope you guys are having a great evening. Join us. Let me know if you can see us, please. ¿Cómo están, amigos? Bienvenidos. Vamos a ver si es verdad. Vamos a ver si es verdad de que sí estamos al aire. No era para tanto. Ay, no, me encantó. Estamos en vivo desde Tulum. Déjenme chequear unos segunditos. A ver si nos agarran. Welcome, guys. Let me check if we're live. Welcome, welcome. We're live from Tulum. It always takes a little bit, so I'd rather just wait up. Here we are. Awesome. Okay, so here we are. So I had my mom help me put the stream button today, and she was like literally crawling from the floor. That's why I was laughing. Anyway, welcome everybody. Join us. Hope you're having a great day. Join us in MiamiTVHD.com if you want to interact with us live. You know what? I forgot to turn on the TV. ¿Sabes? Lo que sí me olvidé de prender fue la tele. Tenemos un back bien negro y a ver si tenemos por ahí el control. No. Bueno, algo tenía que faltar, ¿no? Saldré con un back negro hoy. You're good. I'm good, except I forgot to turn on the TV. Can you believe it? And I have no idea I have no idea where the control is. Oh, well, here we are. Saludos desde Costa Rica, pura vida. Hey, Joe. Hey, James. So I have Miami TV on the chat here and YouTube over here. How are you doing this evening? Great dress. Thank you. I'm doing amazing. Thanks. I'm a little tired, I must admit, but I'm doing good, good, good. Hello, sweetheart from Turkey. Hello. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? Saludos desde Turquía, Costa Rica. ¿Cómo están, chicos? Les voy a dar un tiempito para que vayan entrando al chat. El chat que siempre voy a leer es miamitv.chatpro.com y el de YouTube. Ahora nos quedó el misterio sí estaba por ahí. Nos quedó el misterio de que bueno, no tengo la tele hoy con las imágenes, pero bueno, no pasa nada. Vamos a continuar un poquito el tema de ayer, donde estábamos hablando sobre así es, donde estábamos hablando sobre la sensibilidad de los hombres. Uno de ustedes me mandó un email que quisiera leerlo al aire, está en inglés. Okay, so from yesterday, sensitivity and male, Dave sent us, hey Jenny, you said there's so much wisdom in young people, to which I pointed to you and heartily agreed. You are not just another very pretty face and body. I find it interesting that you often talk about not being religious, but that we need to grow spiritually. Unlike so many people, you understand that you understand that religion and spirituality are two separate and distinct entities. Religion is simply something man has concocted, did I say that right? To practice to make themselves feel better and or control others. And spirituality has become more of like a godlike, seeking to become something better than we are currently, right? Hey guys, welcome, join us. Hello, hey David. I always say, like, I never go against religion because I do believe that it does help a lot of people, especially when you're lost. So, I think that all of us got to wherever we are at some point. If you've grown a lot spiritually, we've all gone through those stages of religion. So I never say it's bad. I just, I think that there's so much more to it, and specifically something that, like you said, makes you grow in a wider aspect. Don't just like stay stuck on the solely idea of what somebody's preaching to you from a book, okay? But that's, again, so personal that you're free to do whatever you want, of course, whatever rows your boat. But I know a lot of people talk bad about religion and they go against it. I don't like the fact that churches have golden backs worth thousands or millions of dollars. But I do think that there are monasteries and places that are quote unquote kind of holy because people go there to devote their faith. So, but that is something that people need to understand that they do on their own, But because I don't like that, it doesn't mean that I'll go against it. I do know and I believe, because I have family as well, that religion has saved a lot of people from really bad stuff, because at the same time they chose to be saved, right? I always say it's a matter of choosing it, or it's a matter of wanting it. You know, you want something like that to be a part of your life. What's up, guys? Welcome TikTok. We're live on TikTok. ¿Cómo están, chicos? Estamos en TikTok también si quieren estar ahí con nosotros. As far as old, it is a state of mind and can be any age or never. As to your most current subject, I'm reading a book published in 1945. Okay. Like you just go to the library and say, I want the oldest book in your shelf. Well, that's obviously not the oldest one, but 1945. Wow. Reading a book published in 1945 by a lady who spent the war with her husband and other fleeing and fighting the Japanese on a Philippine island. Her best friend got pregnant, and after her baby was born in a grass hut, she was doing better than her husband. And shortly thereafter, the writer finds out that she's pregnant, and her husband goes to pieces. Both these men were ranking guerrilla officers and brave in that way. Men do get emotional, especially after or during periods of high stress. I don't know how many times I've cried since my wife has died, and this emotion can be about anything. David. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like we do put a lot of pressure on a male society in general to portray you as you do have to have the upper hand and all this hardness inside of you, and to not be emotional and to not be affected by anything outside. But the truth is that the more you bottle up these emotions, the worse it is, and eventually it will affect everybody in your family. So I think that that's a flaw that most of us do, right? We like to be the strong face, or be the strong person in the family, or be the strong person for your group or your friends or whatever. But by being the strong one and not allowing these emotions out, you're also filling yourself up with negativity, and that negativity is eventually going to bite you in the butt. So what I like to tell people is, listen, do you want to be here for your family, you know, in the long run? And of course they're going to say, yeah, because everything I do is for my family. Okay, then you better start looking after yourself, because if you don't look after yourself and you continue to play pretend, really, because that's basically what most people do. Welcome, guys. Thank you, Card. TikTok is weird. Sometimes you go out and you'll have a bunch of people, and then other times it's like really little. But yeah, I guess we'll just go with the flow. But yeah, it's normal. I actually encourage you, if you have emotions that you want to get rid of, go ahead and cry it out. Go ahead and scream it out. I think exercise definitely also works. This is something physical that you're letting go, right? So a lot of people go to the gym and vent out all their energy, their aggression or energy in the gym, and hey, I think that's amazing. But definitely remember to also speak it out. So yeah, every now and then it's okay to scream in your pillow or scream outdoors. These are emotions that are usually bottled up, like I was speaking yesterday, on the upper half of your body. So just by screaming it out or yelling it out or talking it out, basically you are releasing them. But the more you hold it in, that you know you're not going to cry because you're a man. No, it's okay to cry. It makes you human. You are human. So allow yourself to have these feelings. Allow yourself to let go. Allow yourself to ask for help. I think that's also, a lot of people have to learn that it's okay to ask for help. I personally, was somebody that I would never ask anybody for help when I was in my teen years, or when I was growing up. It's just nope, everything was just me. And through life, you just learn that it's okay, because if there's somebody else that has been through something similar and can help you go through what you're going through, then it's okay to get a helping hand. Because believe it or not, when you start to be aligned with the universe, and you start to be aligned with the things that you want to attract to yourself, the universe itself will send people your way to help you. So it's like that story that I'm probably going to kill it in English, but I know it in Spanish. But a story where the guy was drowning, and a boat comes by, and he's like, oh, do you want, hey, we can save you. Come on the boat. And the guy would say, no, it's okay. I know God's going to save me. And then another one, like 5 boats go by, right? A cruise ship goes by. Hey, come on, we can help you. No, I'm waiting. I know God's going to save me. And then when he died, he went to heaven, and he said, God, I was waiting for you to die. And and God's like, God, did you realize? Are you an idiot? Like, look at how many boats I sent for your rescue. So we are constantly being sent, and again, not religious speaking, but just generically, your energy is constantly attracting or pushing away or attracting situations that, if you're going through them, is for a reason. If you're going through a situation of negativity, something got you to that point. Unless you have that bad luck that negativity kind of like crossed your path and made you have that stumble, let's say, which also happens because we are living in a world where unfortunately there's more negativity than positivity. So we go out in the streets and there's more possibilities for us to have something negative happening to us than something positive. And you can say, but I'm going to attract what I'm portraying, right? I'm going to attract what I'm radiating. Yes, but because of how the situation is today, positive people are also being kind of like targeted. All right. So since we're getting close to this time in the next like 2 years of cleansing, our world is going through a process of cleansing, and by that I mean natural disasters and disasters in general, where you hear there's thousands of people losing their lives. This, as sad as it might look and as sad as it might sound, of course, because nobody likes to think of death, because we see it just as something so physical. But these things, unfortunately, are going to continue to happen, and the ones that will continue here after all this cleansing happens in our world, are going to be the ones that are willing to do that change, willing to grow spiritually, willing to elevate their vibration higher. And what awaits for us, after all the chaos, is a beautiful world ahead of us, where you go out in the street and you're not going to be afraid for your life anymore, basically. Because today, that's kind of how it is for everywhere in the world, right? You go out and you don't know if you're going to come back home. That's as simple as it is. You have to be realistic. So, because people are just crazy. People are going through states of emotions and energetic emotions that just when you think they hit rock bottom, they get a tunneling machine. A tunneling machine? What do you mean? So people go out today, and if you grasp that concept that you might not come home, then why would you even have grudges or emotions within you? Just let go and make sure that every time you leave home, you're kissing your wife goodbye and you're hugging your kids and you're, giving all the love that you can to everybody that you meet, because you never know when it might be your last day. And I'm not trying to be sad. It's a realistic thing that we're living in, unfortunately. And there's a huge imbalance with people today, and it also has to do energetically. It also the effect is energetical, because there's so many vibes coming into our earth, literally. So in so many, even like meteorite showers, all of these energies, there's so many planets, the way that something's happening in the cosmos. I can't really specifically talk about that because I don't have the facts, but something's happening in the cosmos that we are being bombarded by waves of energy that our body doesn't know how to handle them. So a lot of times you're going to have these days where you wake up and you're going to feel like crap, and you're not going to know why you feel like crap. You're not going to know why all of a sudden you're super tired, but it happens. And then other days you're back to normal, right? So when you're aware of these changes in energy, you can have a little bit more control of over your decisions, over your emotions, right? But imagine millions of people in the world being bombarded. Even if we make the silly example of the sun, right, and the solar flares, like even that energy, like any energy that your body's not used to receiving in a daily way, because you're used to it, is going to be perceived by us as some kind of shock. So that that alters our emotional state, because our emotions are energy. All right. So when you have no control over your body, and then it's basically just whatever's around you is controlling your energy more than you are controlling your own energy, and that is when it becomes a problem. And that's why it's so important. Also, that's that's why it's so important to be conscious of the present. You know, like I tweeted something yesterday. I was like, just every hour, just take a second and sit back, close your eyes, take a deep breath, you know, through your mouth, through your nose, however, whatever fills you the most. Take a couple of deep breaths and remember you're here, and then go back out, because your mind is a computer. So if you don't restart, just like an internet modem or a computer or your cell phone, every now and then you have to go ahead and restart it. So if you don't restart it and bring yourself back to where you are in the present, then things are just going to happen that it's all of a sudden your mind has control over you and you don't have control over it. So what does this mean? That you're giving control to so many other energies that are around you that you're not even aware that they're there. So if there's an entity next to you that's purely negative and that's what it wants you to feel, and it's going to send a signal, just because it's near you, you're going to be receiving the energy from that entity, for example, and it's going to affect you. And all of a sudden, you're going to change moods, and you're going to be angry, or you're going to be, you're going to feel tired, and you're going to be like, why did that happen? Yeah, so it's just having control. Hey guys, all right, we're live in Miami TV, you guys. If you want to join us live in YouTube, welcome. I do have the chat. I will read you. Love your voice. I could listen to you all night. Thank you, Roberto. Nice blue dress. Thank you. Saludos desde Tampico, Tamaulipas, México. Muy guapa. Hola, Eva. ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenida. Yup. Bendiciones desde Jalisco. Jenny, ¿sabes el nombre de la compañía de tus tacos? Sí, Descalzo. I love your dress and heels. Thank you. I adore your heels. Buenas noches también. Jenny, ¿qué opinas tú de la religión del Islam? What do you think about Islam religion? I don't give opinions over religions, you guys, because I don't know anything over them, but I do know that there's some good in all religions. What I don't like is when it becomes a command, you know, where it's like, if you don't do this, you're going to hell, or you're going to rot, or you're going to. That's not what an energy, right? And because I call it energy, it could be Allah to you, it could be God, it could be Buddha, it could be anybody, but it's an energy overall. That's not what the universe, does. It's just, yes, there's consequences to your actions, but when you have to live by specific rules, and if not, you're punished, then there's basically no free will. So I think that we are spiritual beings, and we have to go through specific situations and to be able to learn and to be able to grow spiritually, of course, always trying to make the best decisions possible. And if a religion can help you in that level to keep you being good, then great, then religion is for you. But yeah, I have a cousin that's Muslim, and he's an amazing person. I love him to death. He has a beautiful family. He became Muslim because he was Catholic before, and I have no opinion over it because I see that that religion was great for him. And Islam, honestly, I don't know anything about that religion. I don't study them. I don't know what they do or mean. And also any religion that makes you sacrifice yourself. I don't know which one that is. Is that one Islamic? I don't know. The one that makes people like kill themselves with bombs and stuff on the name of somebody. I also don't want to know because I don't want to get into that controversial subject. But yeah, that just doesn't make sense. I mean, I feel like some specific religions just capture the weak. And when you're broken and you're weak, you're very easily manipulated. So in some cases, religions just become cults where, no, you're not going to, by killing people, you're not going to go anywhere nice because, first of all, you committed suicide. So you stopped the evolution of your soul whenever you decided to, and that's not how it works. Something higher decides when it's over, not you. If not, you're going to be stuck here for a really long time until your time is up. And on top of that, if you're taking somebody else's life, well, yeah, that's not seen so good either. ¿Cómo están, chicos? Hey, guys. Watching. Yeah, I know. Today's very weird, but it's okay. I'm not going to touch it. We're going to leave it there. Guys, yes, we're live in Miami TV and YouTube. So welcome, welcome. I'm telling you, TikTok is weird. Sometimes it's like 1,000, other times it's like today we have three, but you know what? You are three very special people, so it's okay. I know if I reset it, it will reset it, but I don't know. Definitely don't know. Oh, that's why I see you, Chucky. Hey, how are you? Muy bien, chicos. Así que, right, there's always that person, right? When you feel at the end of the rope, or I'm really pissed off with someone or something, I route out my frustration and my anger. For me, just put it all together on the page calms the waters. Never send or show the diatribe to anyone. I keep it to myself, but writing things out has always helped. Yeah, absolutely, I agree. Dicen, escribiendo las cosas siempre me ayuda a mí. Dice uno, cuando sientes que estás al final de la cuerda o estás realmente enojado con alguien o con algo, simplemente escribe tu frustración y eso te va a ayudar muchísimo. Dice, a mí por lo menos me ayuda mucho, nunca he tenido que luchar con nadie o mantenérmelo para mí mismo, pero creo que la escritura es buena. Yo creo que la escritura, sí, por supuesto que es buena. Estamos hablando de eso porque uno de ustedes escribió sobre el tema de ayer, hablando de, bueno, de las religiones. Dice, a veces hablas de las religiones, me parece interesante de que a veces hablas de las religiones, pero dices que no perteneces a ninguna religión y que tenemos que crecer espiritualmente, a diferencia de muchas personas. Tú entiendes de que la religión y la espiritualidad son dos cosas totalmente diferentes. La religión simplemente es algo que hace que el humano se encierre o quizás controlar a otras personas, pero espiritualmente es como una conexión más con un Dios o ser mejores de lo que ya somos. No me gusta meterme con las religiones porque creo de que son buenas para muchas personas. Creo de que hasta las personas que son espirituales, que han llegado a ese punto de espiritualismo, que mucha gente encima no sabe lo que es ser espiritual. Ser espiritual no significa hacer yoga, ser vegano o meditar todo el día. Ser espiritual simplemente es ser una buena persona, estar conectado contigo mismo, con tu esencia, con tu energía. Eso es ser espiritual. Ser positivo, ¿ok? Generar positividad, brindar positividad. Eso es ser espiritual. Pero siento que las religiones para muchas personas es una salida y sé que muchas personas que se encuentran en situaciones muy bajas encuentran una solución cuando lo acoge una religión. Entonces, no veo la religión como algo malo, solo que creo que el exceso de una creencia puede tener efectos secundarios. Y la esencia en sí de la religión a mí no me gusta, pero no voy a hablar en contra de ello, ¿no? Pero no me gusta porque simplemente pienso de que existe sí un pequeño denominado control sobre las personas, ¿no? Donde son a veces un poco esclavos a lo que exigen las iglesias o lo que exigen las mezquitas y esas cosas, donde que si no haces esto te vas al infierno, que si tienes que hacer tal cosa para llegar a tal lugar, tienes que donar. O sea, como que esas paradigmas no tendrían que existir y vamos a llegar a un punto donde ya no van a existir. Vamos a llegar a un punto donde pues el mundo será un poco diferente. Hoy en día, fíjense de que salimos a la calle y no sabemos si volvemos. Lamentablemente estamos viviendo en un mundo donde existe tanta negatividad de que las personas están constantemente siendo afectadas por energías que están alrededor de ellos, que hacen que sientan ciertas emociones que muchas veces no son de ellos. Entonces, el mundo en sí, los planetas, el éter, o sea, todo lo que nos rodea y rodea al planeta Tierra, hasta las ondas solares, fíjense, tenemos un constante, salió de un comentario, sí, no, no tenemos un tema en particular, estamos hablando un poquito de todo, pero porque alguien me está preguntando de la diferencia. Pero bueno, repito, yo creo de que por un lado sí la religión es buena para mucha gente, siempre y cuando no llegue a un exceso, ¿no? Donde ya te está controlando. Luego me preguntaron qué creo de la religión islámica. No conozco específicamente temas de religiones, nunca no me he interesado. Sé que hay una religión que hace que la gente, no sé si es esa, creo que no, que la gente pues salga con bombas y mate a personas. Imagínense, a eso ya yo llamo, no creo que son religiones, son cultos. O sea, ya son cultos en decir que tenés que hacer tal cosa, quitarte la vida para llegar al paraíso, ¿no? a diferencia de poder tener ese control sobre personas. Y así de rota está la gente, en realidad, así de quebrados están internamente, que permiten que se les lave el cerebro. Hay personas que están tan metidas en ciertas religiones que no hay forma de que le cambies la opinión. Y así todo siempre digo, no cambien no traten de cambiarle la opinión a nadie. Cada uno tiene que estar donde está y donde está por algo está. Todos tenemos nuestro proceso, todos tenemos que pasar por las situaciones que pasamos por algo. Es parte de tu crecimiento espiritual, es parte del crecimiento de tu alma, entonces eso hay que simplemente entenderlo. Dice, a ver, dice, en el tema que hablamos ayer, estoy leyendo un libro de 1945. Bueno, es medio largo, voy a ir al final. Dice, ayer hablábamos un poco sobre sobre la emoción y los hombres. Dice, los hombres sí que nos volvemos emocionales, especialmente después de tiempos largos de alto estrés. Yo no sé cuántas veces he llorado desde que ha muerto mi esposa. Para mí esa emoción puede ser en cualquier momento. Es normal, necesitan llorar, necesitan evacuar esas emociones, porque de lo contrario van a ser emociones que se mantienen adentro y es lo peor que hay. El ejercicio, hay personas que van al gimnasio, ¿no? Golpeen una bolsa de kickboxing, de boxeo, quítense ese estrés encima. El ejercicio es algo excelente para eso. El yoga también ayuda, pero no hay algo en específico. Tenés que encontrar lo que te funciona para ti. Recién alguien dice, a mí me encanta escribir, por ejemplo, cuando me siento que estoy en una línea muy finita y estoy muy enojado con alguien o algo, empiezo a escribir mi frustración y mis broncas. Yo siento de que cuando lo escribo, pues simplemente se va de mí. Totalmente, porque estás tomándole un tiempo a esa situación y una vez que lo tenés en algo físico, o así como algo físico como un papel y lápiz, también puede ser algo hablado, porque es una acción física donde estás literalmente pues exhalando esas palabras y esa energía por tu boca. Pero eso es justamente lo que hace falta para que te deshagas de esas emociones. O alguien la escucha, ¿no? Y a alguien le estás tirando la basura de tu problema, que bueno, es normal, o en algún lado tienes que expresarla, porque si no, de lo contrario, lo único que vas a hacer, hay algo que siempre le digo a las personas y es, ¿quieres estar acá para tu familia más adelante? Y sí, pero igual tienen que ser fuertes y duros, ¿no? Para que la familia no vea que están rotos por dentro. Entonces digo, si primero no te cuidas a ti personalmente, ¿cómo pretendes estar aquí para tu familia más adelante? Entonces, si necesitas ayuda, no pienses dos veces en buscarla. Ese ego tienes que dejarlo a un lado y entender de que todo el mundo ha necesitado ayuda en algún momento y seguimos necesitando ayuda constantemente. Entonces, si puedes recibir una mano de alguien quizás de que ya haya pasado por algo similar, que te pueda ayudar al problema o superar, ¿no? La situación, pues ¿por qué no? Mucho mejor, al contrario, sea inteligente y toma el atajo. Toma esa mano, también estar conscientes de que irradiamos constantemente energía y el universo mismo nos manda personas para que nos ayuden. Cuando nos bloqueamos tanto en decir no, pues ahí está como está como la broma de no la broma, perdón, ese cuento que una vez escuché que dicen que el hombre se estaba ahogando, ¿no? Y de repente viene en el medio del océano viene un bote y dice, amigo, súbete que te llevamos. Y dice, no, yo estoy esperando a Dios que me salve. Pasa otro, amigos, pasaron como 5, pasó un crucero, pasó un velero, bueno, ya saben. Y se murió, ¿no? Se ahogó y cuando llegó al cielo le dijo, Dios, pero yo estaba esperando que tú me salves, ¿por qué no me salvaste? Yo creía en ti. Dice, pero todos los barcos que te mandé. Entonces, constantemente estamos pidiendo apoyo, pidiendo ayuda, o rezando, o meditando. Mucha gente pide constantemente, ¿no? Es como la película esa de Jim Carrey, donde se escuchan todas las vocecitas. Entonces, sí, el universo escucha, pero si tú no estás pendiente y no estás abierto a recibir esos mensajes, muchas veces la ayuda te viene de una persona que ni siquiera conoces. Entonces, estamos expuestos constantemente, simplemente es importante estar conscientes de que estamos expuestos constantemente para poder recibir la ayuda de donde nos llegue. There's no religion that encourages people to commit murder or suicide, but there are fanatics who use the cover of religion to do their evil deeds. Yeah, that's why. Which one is the one that makes people blow up? Dice, no hay religión que haga que las personas se hagan suicidio o se maten, pero sí hay fanáticos que usan la cobertura, o sea, que usan el nombre de la religión para hacer actos de muy malos. Ok, ¿cuál es? ¿No? Sí. Not me, since I live by myself. I will huff and puff, grunts, pace around, and sometimes just yell into a pillow. But good thing I don't do that often. Yeah, yelling into pillows sometimes works, you know. A veces gritar en una almohada a veces ayuda, no se preocupen. Jenny, can you please send me 1 million, please? Pretty please, sure. That's like pocket change for you. Right. Okay. That's okay. We're 85 on YouTube. Yay. That's why I normally try to speak more in English because we have more English speaking, but it's okay. The problem with spiritual leaders of different religions is that they end up having power to manipulate for good and for bad. El problema de los líderes espirituales de las distintas religiones es que terminan teniendo el poder de manipular para el bien o para el mal a sus seguidores. A mí me emociona verte. Gracias. Hi, Jose. How are you from California? Welcome. All right, guys, we're doing half an hour today, so in a little bit. I think I know you. Maybe you do. Hi. Bueno, chicos, hoy sí vamos a hacer la media horita. Qué lindo que te emocione vernos. Sí, al fin del cabo, o sea, de todos los temas que hablamos, siempre al fin del cabo vamos a terminar haciendo un wrap-up, haciendo un broche de oro, hablando un poquito sobre la energía, ¿no? Recuerden de que si su energía está alineada, si su energía está positiva, si están presentes, si se toman el tiempo de tomar, el otro día puse en Twitter, tómense un tiempo, una vez por hora, pónganse una alarma en el celular, la alarma Jenny, pónganse una alarma llamada Jenny en el celular, paren lo que están haciendo, cierren los ojos, inhalen profundo, exhalen fuertemente, hagan esto unas 3 a 5 veces, vuelvan a abrir los ojos y estén presentes, porque si no están presentes con todo lo que está sucediendo hoy en día en el mundo, no van a ver no van a ver si hay un tren que les va a pasar por arriba. Pero lamentablemente hasta las personas que son muy positivas hoy en día están en riesgo, por más positivos que sean, como estamos viviendo en una guerra literalmente casi que galáctica, energética, entre negatividad y positividad, las personas positivas están también siendo atacadas. Entonces, como la negatividad no estará acá por muchos años más, pues es momento de que exista también nosotros le llamamos la limpieza que va a suceder, pero para que estés aquí cuando pase toda esa limpieza tenés que estar consciente, presente, despierto, ¿no?, de lo que sucede y no simplemente dejar que la vida te pase por encima. All right, guys, so to wrap it up for today, I always wrap it up with something having to do with energy, and let me just tell you that you need to be awake, you need to be conscious. I think that if you put an alarm in your phone, you know, every hour, put an alarm called Jenny. Put the Jenny alarm on your phone, okay? And make sure that it says, remember to breathe. So bring yourself back to your center. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Do this 3 to 5 times. Bring yourself and see, how do I feel? How does my mind feel? How does my body feel? What am I doing right now? Is this good for me? Is this bad for me? Because if you stop being aware, or if you go throughout your day without having that awareness of what's happening through your body and what kind of energy you're channeling, then you have absolutely no control of your vibe. And that's exactly where the danger comes in. Lo que queremos es que tengan un poco de control de su energía y su vibración. Entonces, si están pasando todo el día sin conciencia de cómo se siente su cuerpo, o sea, pasan todo el día y en ningún momento se dieron cuenta si había algún tipo de desconfort, cuando hacen la respiración, ser conscientes y decir, lo que estoy haciendo me hace bien, lo que estoy haciendo me hace feliz, me está haciendo crecer espiritualmente, me está haciendo una mejor persona. Sí, y si tu respuesta es no, lo que estás haciendo, sácalo de tu vida y punto. Una vez por hora, pónganse la alarma de respirar. Muy bien, chicos. Thank you. Y atacados espirituales por elevar, transmutar la energía. Atacados, sí, que créanlo o no, por esta guerra que hay de energías positivas y negativas y el poco tiempo que le queda a la negatividad aquí, hay muchas personas positivas que están siendo atacadas con situaciones que normalmente no les pasarían. Entonces, sí sé por qué me las escriben, y digo, pero ¿por qué me está pasando si yo estoy positivo, recibo positividad, esto? Digo, sí, estamos en momentos cruciales de aquí, quizás 1 año y medio o 2 más, donde, bueno, para las personas positivas sí van a tener progreso, pero cada vez va a ser trabajar un poquito más hasta poder encontrarse. Muy bien, chicos, nos vemos en la próxima. See you guys later. I think I know what happened to TikTok. We do have a troll that constantly reports us, and he was on today, so that's probably why my stream didn't get to anybody. Well, you are somebody, of course. Thank you for being here, you guys. All right, my loves, thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, 8 o'clock here in Miami TV. Don't forget, if you want to talk about anything in particular, send us an email, Jenny at miamitvhd.com, and subscribe to our website, miamitvhd.com. We have over 3,000 shows on demand about nightclubs, naked kitchens, naked yogas, and right now we're going to continue with a positive energy seminar for our members. Muy bien, chicos, nos vemos ahora con un seminario de energía positiva para nuestros miembros de Miami TV. Espero de que hayan, por lo menos, se hayan relajado un poco por una media horita. Esa era la idea, cortarlo a una guerra espiritual. Hay una guerra espiritual, literal. The terrorists who hijacked airlines and drove them into World War Trade Center buildings were Mayhem who claim Islam as their religion, and they did horrible murders. Yeah, so I did have it right. Yeah, no. So no, I think there's, like I said, there's good in every religion. It's just people that twist it, and don't use it for good. So yeah, just whatever makes you happy, you guys. That's important. Whatever makes you feel good inside. I'm not a troll. I love you. No, not you. No, can you believe it? Like, we have this person for 15 years that I've done Miami TV, and we know who it is and everything. But this dude will literally, for those 15 years, wherever it is that I'm live, he'll report, try to get my accounts banned, try to get them closed. Just a very sad person overall, and there's people like that everywhere, of course. The good thing I can say is just one person. All right, my loves. See you next time. Big kisses. Have an amazing evening, and a good evening.